Doctors tonight warning of new subvariants of COVID-19, which they say are likely to become the dominant strain soon because of how transmissible they are. News host Josh Bedrosian has the latest information on what you need to know.
You might be hearing about the latest COVID-19 variants that have put doctors on high alert. The BA.4 and BA.5 variants are both offshoots of the Omicron variants, which are said to be even more contagious than previous strands. Well, now local doctors say they now make up 60% of cases in the United States.
The Omicron virus has been very elusive. We've been having a hard time being able to fight it off with the vaccines that we have available.
After months of feeling like we were in a COVID lull, experts are now warning of a new wave of infections triggered from a new strand of the Omicron variant, known as the BA.4 and BA.5 offshoots.
People who have been vaccinated and even boosted can still catch these variants. People are not getting very sick from the new strains. Thankfully, we have lots of therapies.
While the CDC says you don't necessarily need to wear a mask outdoors, they do say if you feel comfortable and if you are in a place that has high community spread, to consider wearing a mask in public outdoor places in crowded areas, especially when you're heading indoors with this variant spreading. You should definitely consider masking up.
And if we continue to practice our precautions, wearing masks when we're indoors in crowded spaces, we should be able to keep the transmission rates down.
While the Department of Public Health here in Connecticut has not confirmed if the variant is here, as you can see, cases have gone up in the last few weeks. Back in the last week of June, there were about 3,800 cases. Heading into July, about 3,400 cases, quite a dip. But once we got into July, there's over 4,200 cases of COVID here.
The most recent Omicron variant that we're seeing seems to be more likely to cause infection, seems to be more likely to cause reinfection. What the vaccines still do is prevent people from getting the worst outcomes from COVID.
The CDC says tens of millions of eligible Americans haven't received their first booster, and those over 50 years and older who got their first booster, only 28% of them received their second shot. In the newsroom tonight, I'm Josh Bedrosian, News 12.